we have a 500 gram mass, a second 500 gram mass, and then a massless pulley, and it's being held up from the ceiling. So what do we think is the tension is in the first string, second string, third string? Henry, what do you think? Yeah, give me a guess for T1. 10 newtons, super. What do you got for T2? T2 is the other one, right? 10 newtons. And what do you got for the third one? 10 newtons, okay. What's the first step to solving any of these problems? Free body diagram. Let's draw a free body diagram. For this guy right here, I'm going to draw half a kilogram is equivalent to 5 newtons, correct? And I've got a tension T1 up. Over here, I have 5 newtons down and what I'm calling T2 up. And here I have a T1 down, a T2 down, and a T3 up. If this is 5 newtons down and this is 5 newtons down, what's going to be the acceleration? Is there going to be any acceleration, do you think? No, right? No acceleration. So we can pretty much say at this point that acceleration is equal to 0. So I can do M1A is T1 minus 5. 0 is equal to T1 minus 5. We'll make it newtons to be good. Newtons. So T1 is equal to 5 newtons. T2 minus mg is M2A. T2 is also going to equal 5 newtons. This one right here gives me T3 up minus T1 minus T2 is equal to 0, no acceleration. And therefore, T3 is equal to 5 plus 5 is 10 newtons. Yeah.
Can we solve it the way we solved it a little bit different?
Okay, what'd you do?
We said tension on T3 is going to be, so F equals MA, so you know the total mass is going to be 1. It's going to be 0.5 and 0.5.
You can, but here's my quandary. That pulley, all that pulley knows is that it's being pulled up by a tension and it's being pulled down by 2 tensions. It doesn't know. I mean, you're right. You can, by virtue of the fact that we know that the tension on the first pulley is T1 up and there's an mg force down, by virtue of that, you can make that assumption. But I would really prefer to have you talk about the forces acting on the pulley. And the forces acting on the pulley are tension, not gravity. Okay? And it's one of these things that we've kind of discussed before. It will give you the right answer most of the time. But when it goes wrong catastrophically. So I'd like you to get in the habit of doing some of the forces. Okay? So then the question is, do we need to verify this? And I suspect that it probably is worth